Spears. They're in the game, and I will rank them. D tier. The worst spear in Elden Ring is easily the Cleanrot Spear. There is nothing good about this spear. It's got really bad damage and it's split. It's very short for a spear, and the Ash of War is either bugged or one of the worst in the game. It's pretty hard to hit with, and the spears from the ground do what I can only describe as tickle damage. So, yeah, never use this. This is fucking garbage. I don't know why it's so bad. C tier. Elden Ring's second worst spear is the Crystal Spear. Yes, it's a viable spear for a mage, but I don't see any reason to ever use this when there are way better options. Looks cool though. Next up is Clayman's Harppoon. It's a pretty short split damage spear, does okay damage but is short. This is a semi-good weapon when infused with cold, but really any weapon is good when infused with cold. Or is it frost? I don't fucking know. Spiked Spear is next, and it's not good. It's got bleed, but there is another spear that has bleed, and is way better in every way compared to this. Not to mention this spear is short and looks really stupid. Partisan. It's an okay spear. Its one unique thing is that the heavy attacks are sweeps, but sweeps are pretty bad for spears, honestly. Next up is the, Spear. Cool name. Anyway, it's a spear, I guess. Iron Spear. It's the spear, but it scales better with strength. B tier. Rotten Crystal Spear. It's the Crystal Spear, but it's worse, and it even looks uglier. But it's got rot, so it's way better. Next up is a Torchpole. It's a surprisingly good spear, even though it's a torch attached to a long stick. It's also a pretty long spear with a nice amount of damage. Celebrant's Rake. I talked about this spear a little in my other video where I sound like I'm drunk. Anyway, this spear is fine I guess, but I like it because it gives you 5 runes whenever you strike an enemy. Not useful at all, but who cares, it's funny. Not to mention this thing is a spine used as a rake, which is pretty fucking badass. Short Spear. Yeah, this was a surprise to me, since even though it was really short, crazy I know, it makes up for it with good damage. And this thing's heavy attacks are also surprisingly good. A tier. Death Ritual Spear is the first one in A tier. As a spear, it's pretty terrible. But its Ash of War is fully unique to this weapon, and it's pretty good. It does good damage whenever you can hit someone with it. Works best against bigger enemies that don't input read. Yeah, those are as rare as unicorns in real life, so I guess it should be lower. Anyways, next up is the Inquisitor's Girandiole? Maybe? I was surprised with this one. Does very good damage, and it even has bleed. This weapon really only works for a specific build, that being a quality build with faith. But if you have a build like that, then this is a very good spear. Not to mention this thing looks like a medieval torture stick, which I think might actually be the lore for it, I don't know. Last one in A tier is the pike. Yes, it does piss poor damage. Yes, it looks kinda dumb. But hey, this thing has a shit ton of range. Sure, this is probably a tier too high, but goddamn do I like it when a weapon has a lot of range. S tier. Elden Ring's second best spear is the cross Naginata. I think this might be the only weapon in this game with this sort of moveset. It has really good range, although not for its light attacks. The reason why this spear really is the second best spear in the game is because when dual wielding spears, this is the longest one in the game while also doing good damage. And yeah, it's also got bleed, because why not? And I guess it gets bonus points for being a weeb weapon. Anyways, Elden Ring's best spear is the Bolt of Gransax. Not only does this weapon look insanely cool, it also does decent damage, although it's split. It also has very good range and has one of the most badass Ash of War in the game. It's also got the thing where you can dodge attacks you can normally jump over with its Ash of War, which is a very nice bonus, although it's very hard to time well. Plus, I'm a sucker for all things red lightning, so bonus points. Anyways, that's it. Goodbye.